Guys, good to see you here. So we are continuing the series and we are on letter C. Are you guys excited? So let's start. C ring, as we have discussed earlier about the Saturn ring. So C is the closest ring and is the thinnest of A and B. Next is Candela. Candela, the crater formed from at the summit of a volcano. Have you seen volcano? Volcano has a peak going upward, and the candela is a condition when the land around the volcano has gone down. You can imagine that on moon there is a crater and between the crater there is a volcano, hence that condition is called caldera. Okay, that is caldera. Next is capture theory. Let's go to moon again. So this theory suggests that moon is not formed near the earth. It is formed far from the earth, but earth has later captured it. So what do we mean, we mean by this? That the moon has not made near the earth, it is made somewhere else in the universe, and then due to the earth's gravitational field, earth attracts the moon and then holds it there. So, but our analysis suggests that the rocks we found on moon and the rocks on the earth has very similar characteristics. So how this can be possible? So a theory suggests that they have either collided with each other, and due to this there is a very dusty environment and interchange of particles take place, and they move apart and forming a satellite for us. So this theory is very popular and is stated to be correct so far. Next is carbonaceous asteroid. Yes, the carbonaceous asteroids have very high amount of carbon and are very dark, and they are less reflective. They are less reflective. Next is carbon based molecules, molecules containing atoms of carbon. Do you guys know everything is made up of carbon? There is a composite of carbon in everything we can observe, whether it's wood, your laptop, or your pencil. Everything is made up of wood. Next is carbon detonation supernova. Do you guys know what is supernova? What is supernova? Supernova is a star which on bursting can produce very large amount of energy. This energy is enough to extend our population from earth, not even ours but from the whole solar system. It can be so deadly. Okay, we are going to discuss this in meanwhile. Just let's discuss. Next is cascade. Cascade, process of de-excitation in which an excited electron moves down through energy state one at a time. So have you guys know, do you guys know that what is excited state? What are ground state? What is excited state? You might have studied Bohr model and we have discussed it in the previous video. You can refer to it. So in Bohr model it is stated when an electron gets energy, it gets excited and jumps to other upper energy levels, hence consume the energy, but it don't stay there for long. It just gets down and hence release proton of energy which get us the light sensation for us. So hence this is called de-excitation, leaving the excited state and coming back to the ground state. Next is Cassegrain telescope. Yes, Cassegrain telescope. Basically, telescopes are of two types. First is reflection, second is refraction types of telescope. And let me just show you these. Yes. So these are prominent used satellites, and this is the Cassegrain focus satellite. These all are reflection satellite, that which are based on the principle of reflection of light. What are the laws of reflection? That angle of incidence equals to angle of reflection. And the second, the normal incident ray and the refracted ray all lies in the same plane. Reflecting telescope, four reflecting telescope designed: prime focus, Newtonian telescope, Cassegrain focus, and Nesmith or Cundy focus. Each design used as a primary mirror at the bottom. Each design uses primary mirror at the bottom of the telescope to capture radiation, which is then directed along different paths for analysis. They have very different mechanism, but their motto is same: to collect image and to observe very far away objects. Okay, and let me just show you what is supernova. So this is a supernova explosion. This is how beautiful supernova is and how deadly it is. It seems very beautiful, but it is very, very deadly. Here in the middle, there is a supernova which have just busted. Okay, and let me also there are two types of supernova: supernova 1 and supernova 2. Supernova 1 and supernova 2. Just give me a sec. Just give me a sec. Okay, let me get to the astronomical illustrations, and yes, we got this. So this is a supernova explode in 1994 in dark of distinct galaxy. This is a galaxy, and in that galaxy we have observed a supernova. Look how bright this is, and how bright is the black hole centered galaxy. There's a very violet activity is going in middle. Okay, the scale, you can just think about the scale. It's 10,000 posec. 10,000 posec. It's very big. And there's a difference between type 1 and type 2 supernova, that the intensity decreases simultaneously, inversely proportionally to the in type 1, whereas in type 2 the intensity decreases with time is very slowly. You can observe second type supernova for a longer duration. What are supernova light curve that we have discussed? This the type 1 supernova SN 1994D. This is the name of the supernova, SN supernova 1994D, in the galaxy NGC 4526 was for of time collapsed in brightness of the entire galaxy in which it occurred. The light curve of a typical type 1 and type 2 supernova both show their maximum luminosities and can sometime reach that of billion suns. The luminosity is so high that it can reach to billion sun. Wow. But there are characteristic difference in the decline of luminosity after the initial peak. That's why they are differentiated. Okay, the type 1 light curve resemble those of novae, but total energy release in much type of supernova like type 2 curve has characteristic plasma during the declining phase. Okay, I think you guys get the thing, and these are very fascinating photographs that are just enough to interest you in astronomy. Okay, so let's get back to our PDF. Okay, we have discussed about the telescopes, and just let me take you to the super telescope, which is, I think most of you know that this is Hubble telescope. Wow, Hubble telescope. This is a 3D model of Hubble telescope. Do you know that Hubble telescope mission was failed at once because there is a small minute difference in the alignment of the middle mirror, and due to this US has to spend millions of dollar to just correct this small defect. But after that we just get so many magnificent images that are just worthwhelming. And this is a telescope. This is a big telescope which is situated on earth based telescopes. And do you guys know that these telescopes cannot be placed anywhere on the earth, because there are very special conditions or very special places on which they can be placed. The atmosphere of the area should be clean and there should be no disturbance during the observations. Hence, there are very selective places where these telescopes are installed. Specifically, this telescope is Keck telescope. The first image, that is this, which represent two telescopes, two 10-meter telescopes of the Keck observation atop or Dome Mouth volcano in Hawaii. Hawaii is one of the major telescoping and observational station on the earth. And high above the surrounding clouds, you can see that the sky is purely clear, and these are the conditions that we want for our accurate observation. This is an B image is an artistic view. This is an illustration which states how this telescopes work. Okay, and this is how you can see that the scale of the telescope is so big that the person in the middle seems to be very small. Okay, I think you get the point. Let's go. Let's talk about yes, Cassini division. This is also Saturn ring in which a small gap is there, and it was found in 1975 by Giovanni Cassini and has been named over his name. After research we know that there are thin rings in the Cassini division. Next is catalectic variable. Catalectic variable, what is this? These are the collective name for novae and supernovae. Okay, it is a class of nova and supernova. Next is, what are catalyst? What is a catalyst? Catalyst is a product. A catalyst is a substance. In chemistry, catalyst is a substance which can increase the rate of the reaction without being consumed itself. So this is the definition of catalyst. Catalyst just increases the rate of the reaction, and it do not disturb the equilibrium of the reaction as it increases the rate of forward and backward reaction with the same amount. Next is catrophic theory, a theory that invokes statically unlikely accidental events to account for the observations. Okay, accidental events to account for the observations. Next is celestial coordinates. Let us talk about what is celestial. What do you mean by celestial? Celestial is nothing but a system of stars. And let me just take you to the image and you will get this. So this is what I will call celestial sphere. So we have put all the constellations and stars in the spheres that we observe. And do you guys know why pole star remains on its position? Because it stays on the pole, and on rotation pole do not move, hence pole is constant, it is at its position. Okay, so do you know what is the meaning of my name? My name is Dhruv, and its meaning is pole star. Pole star. And why pole star? Pole star is special because it paves the way for other. As I'm doing for you guys, you can just learn everything and can comment that what do you guys want on specific topic. I am ready to make a video. Until then, I am continuing with general part of astronomy, and you'll definitely get benefit through this. And I just love astronomy and would like to share my experience with you guys. Okay. Next, what is celestial sphere? Planet Earth sits fixed at the hub of the celestial sphere, that we have put Earth in the middle. Okay, in the center of the sphere. This is one of the simplest possible models of the universe, but it don't agrees with the fact that astronomers now know about the universe. That, what do you mean by this line, that astronomers now know about the universe? Don't agree with this, that now we know the universe, because universe is so big and we have just observed it through the speed of light, and light has just reached to the observable universe. It is a very specific area which we are just exploring, but there is a lot to come. And astronomy is a field which can never bore you. If you get bored easily, then astronomy is your choice to go with, because in this astronomy you have to explore new things and you are going to tackle new things. There is no just past topics. You have to go with the new things and new creative approach. Okay, continue. So these celestial coordinate pair of quantities right assertion and declination similar to the longitude and latitude on the earth, which is used to pinpoint location of the object on celestial sphere. As we use GPS, we are coordinated by longitudinal and latitudinal intersection points, hence we are get the accurate position on the GPS, and so the same procedure is applied on the celestial coordinate. It is same as GPS, finding us on the GPS. Okay, next is celestial equator. The celestial equator coincides with the Earth's equator, but celestial equator is a bigger mass body. Okay, bigger body is a bigger body. Celestial mechanics, study of motion of bodies such as planets and stars that interact via gravity. Wow, celestial. What is celestial? The system of extraterrestrial stars, planets, and everything in our universe. Okay, what is celestial pole? Pole that coincide with the pole of the Earth. Celestial sphere I discussed at the full image in previous slide. What is Celsius? Celsius temperature scale in which the freezing point of the water is 0 and the boiling point is 100 degrees Celsius, called the Celsius scale. It is the measurement of calculating temperature. What is center of mass? The average position in space of collection of massive bodies weighted by their mass for an isolated system. These points move with constant velocity according to the Newtonian mechanics. So Newtonian mechanics is the basic physics that each and every person should know in order to get astronomy in hand. But for the major concepts in astronomy that we are discussing or going to discuss, it will uphold the special theory of relativity, and special theory of relativity answers some question and also gives a ton of questions to us. So if you will learn about special theory of relativity, you are going to fall in love with physics and astronomy. What is a centigrade? Centigrade is also a scale of temperature, scale of measurement of temperature. Okay, next is centripetal force. Centripetal force is responsible for keeping a body in a circular path. The centripetal force is directed towards the center of the circular orbit. What is centroid? Average position of the material in an object is called the centroid. For example, if we want to find the centroid of a triangle and its position vector are given at a vector, b vector, and c vector, so we can calculate the centroid by just adding and dividing the sum of the sides by 3. Okay, vector coordinates by 3. Next is Cepheid variable, star whose luminosity varies in characteristic way with a rapid rise in brightness followed by a slow decline. The period of a Kepletic variable star is related to its luminosity, so determination of its period can be used to obtain the estimate of the star's distance. So this variation in brightness can also be used to calculate how many planets are revolving around a system of stars. This concept is very important, and you know that in the universe there is only light on which we are dependent and on which we can faith, because it's light, the speed of light is constant, which is 3 into 10 to the power 8 meter per second, and it cannot be changed according to the relativity principle. And do you guys know why can't anything can achieve speed of light? Why can let us take a Tesla rocket and get Elon Musk ready for making a rocket which can travel on speed of light. But for making that rocket, we have to provide infinite amount of energy, and that infinite of amount of energy is very difficult to establish. And is very difficult to maintain for a long time. Hence, it is a limit to us that we cannot travel with the speed of light till now. But as a young scientist, we have big dreams, and our creative minds were going to make a solution to this, and will definitely going to travel the space on the speed of light. So let's do it. Okay, let's learn and make a future. Next is Chandrasekhar Mas. Wow, Chandrasekhar Mas, he's an Indian scientist, and he gives this thesis, and it states that Chandrasekhar Mas, it is the maximum possible mass of a void dwarf. It is a maximum possible mass of a void dwarf. If a void dwarf is greater than this, then it is going to end up with a black hole. Okay, yes. Next is chaotic rotation, unpredictable tumbling motion that non-spherical bodies. What are spherical bodies? Which are sphere, which have a sphere in their shape. What are non-spherical bodies? Which do not like, which are not like sphere, such as cube, cuboid, or any random shape. Okay, so these non-spherical bodies such as asteroids in an elliptical orbit around Saturn's satellite Hyperion can exhibit no amount of observation of an object rotating chaotically will ever show a well-defined period, because due to its very achromatic shape we are not being able to make any pattern, as it is very difficult to make observations with chaotic rotations. Okay, so we either make we can such as quasars, we have quasars through which we can make measurements about the distance, and they are full and they are perfectly spherical bodies, hence getting a uniform intensity of light throughout. Next is charge coupled device, CCD, an electronic device used for the data acquisition, composed of many tiny pixels, each of which record a build-up of charge to measure the amount of light sticking in it. So in this CCD machine, the light with large intensity is given high integer value, and the light with low intensity is given less integer values. For a dark space it is given 0. I can show you guys in the next slide about this CCD, but we are going to discuss it in other chapter, and in second part, and you are going to see this very soon. Okay, next is chemical bond, force holding atoms together to form a molecule. What are chemical bonds? Force holding atoms together to form a molecule. Do you guys know that there are 4 fundamental forces in our universe? First one is gravitational force. It is the weakest force of the universe, but it has very long range. Second one is the nuclear force, which is the most powerful force, which is the most intensified force, but its a line of action, its distance of action is very small. It comes down to 10 to the power minus 14, that is inside an atom. That's why protons are packed inside a nucleus, and they have positive charge. This is only because of the nuclear forces that they are being bounded with. As we know that like charges repel, hence the nuclear charge is so much strong that it breaks that Coulombic force and keeps the protons attracted towards each other. Yes, there is a contribution of neutrons too, but proton have charge, hence it is very difficult to keep them on place together. So I think that's is end of the session for this, and we are done with the part 1. Again we are going to cover this, and in the next part we are going to cover this. Yes, we can cover this in next part. So stay tuned and be safe in your homes, and keep learning and keep enjoying with me. Thank you.